What's up, guys? I'm Dimitri with Canucks, and when I published my video on what I wanted to see for the case industry moving forward, I described little design exteriors and how I want them to be different. So today we're at Silverstone and we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna go around. They have like 6 new cases, 6 different exteriors, and you guys are gonna tell me which one you like the most.
Our Computex trip is brought to you by PHANTEKS, Cooler Master, and MSI.
This is the PMO one. We have a review of that, so it's very angular. They've added tempered glass, but the full frontal airflow is open. They've also added these RGB fan grills. But guys, let's move on to the second one. This is the PMO 2 prototype, so based on the same interior as the PMO one, but now with a very minimalist front panel with these perforation that goes down, LED strips on both sides, which I love. Kind of plain top, tempered glass on the side here as well. This is one of my favorites, but I don't want to bias you guys, so don't take my word for it. You better tell me which one you like the most. This is the RL06, angular perforation here in 2, tempered glass as well. Looks nice. Let's move on to here. This is the RL07 prototype, so it's based on the RL07 interior, and we have a video of that. But look at this sort of angular thing where one side is increasing in size, one side is going this way. It's kind of interesting, and that allows for a little airflow from this side and this side, plus an LED in the middle to highlight that. There's also a black version of this, so it's both got tempered glass panels. Let's move on. This one is the RL08, so I guess the interior will be based on slightly slimmer, but look at this front panel. Little curves, so we got a curve this way, and we got this interesting middle section that has an LED shining through. You can see that. Is there an LED there? Yep, LED there too. How about perforation? Only perforation at the top, it looks like, and the bottom. So maybe not exactly for airflow, maybe just more of a silence focused. The PS15 prototype, it's got this square ventilation openings. Not a fan. Let's just move on. And then the LD02. So here, I like the direction of these curved side panels that has a curve at the top and has a curve on this side that kind of is cohesive with the design. Let's see, where is our ventilation ports? Ventilation ports are on this side and even on this curve. And this is all acrylic. Ibor, come around. So you can see here the ventilation ports are built into the acrylic, and this is acrylic. It would be very insane to do this with tempered glass, so that is understandable. And the top ventilation is kind of open. It doesn't align with the ventilation on the sides, so maybe ignore that. Maybe it's a prototype only. But here we have acrylic. I love this singular panel that kind of closes off the case, and it's like almost 2 pieces, 2 shells to create something like this. And you have a invertible motherboard tray here, which is why this panel is this way. Last case is very angular, so we have a review of that on the channel. You should go check it out. But yeah, between all of these cases, all these front panels and exteriors, which one do you guys like the most? Maybe let's do a little quick walk around. Ibor, come. Show them all again. And yeah, guys, let us know in the comments below. This one is my favorite. I'm just going to say that out there. I would love this to become a little bit more. I guess it's because of the white and this very pure, dark tempered glass panel on the side. If you have no lights on the interior, it's just a simple piece of glass with a white exterior. I love that look. But what do you guys think? Which look do you like the most? Now, aside from those cases, this, my friends, is a USB stick that you can build yourself using an M.2 drive. So this is a simple aluminum enclosure with a little sliding thing in the back that reveals a USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type A, which is very interesting. But let me show you what's actually inside of this guy. So here's the little controller. We have the actual port, and you can install 3 different M.2s in different sizes. So you can basically build your own USB key with however capacity you want of the M.2 drive. So if you want a 1 terabyte USB stick that you know is going to be reliable, it's going to be fast, this is pretty amazing. I've never seen anything like this before. And because it's USB 3.1 Gen 2 speeds, you have to use a M.2 SATA-based M.2 drive. But still, pretty awesome. And another cool accessory is this little guy. It's an riser card that inserts into your motherboard. It allows you to place a front panel I/O, which is USB 3.1 Gen 2, so the 20-pin connectors to be inserted into this little adapter. So if your motherboard does not have one, that's a very good way to utilize your front panel I/O Type-C without compatible motherboard. And the final PCB, we are told, will be in black. However, if your USB Type-C Gen 2 port for the front I/O is not 20-pin and it's using still the older 19-pin connection, the riser card is available here, so you can still utilize the 19-pin to get those speeds and to get that connection working. You just have to make sure that the cable is thick enough to provide enough shielding, and all Silverstone have that. And the last interesting piece is this guy. This is a fanless SFX-L 450-watt platinum power supply from Silverstone. And every time we show up to them on whatever show, they're like, we have these new power supplies, check them out. And we don't really cover power supplies, but this is actually pretty awesome. So it's fully modular, and it's based on the same design as the 800-watt. And they've separated the PCB on all four sides, so the cooling is sufficient. We are told it will run hot, but in perfectly safe environment underneath. I wonder if it's like going to be like nice and toasty to the touch, but we'll see. It's fully modular. It's got the power on button at the back, and it will hit, of course, a higher price point, maybe over $190. So it does hit that niche market. But we recently reviewed the DB4, the fanless enclosure, and if you're going for the whole fanless, behavior of your system, it will cost you. So you have to just swallow the cost and the price and just accept the fact that you will have a completely silent system, and Silverstone is delivering with this 450-watt power supply. I like how they are just like shooing people away. So guys, I'm Dimitri with Canucks. Let us know what you think about the fanless power supply, the add-in riser cards for USB Type-C Gen 2. I love that little M.2 slot that you can turn into your own USB stick. That's pretty incredible. Never seen anything like it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm Dimitri with Canucks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.